Welcome to the 2020 commencement celebration for Village High School. My name is Lex Bliss, and we are very excited to have you join us for the second graduation ceremony of our school. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. Nathan Gorsch, principal of the Village.
Thanks, Lex. We're excited to have each of you join us for the second graduation ceremony for our school. When we started the school year in August, little did we know just how eventful this school year would be. While we would all much rather be celebrating this event in person at the Ent Center, as we had originally planned, we're trying to make the most of the situation and are excited to honor the work of our seniors and their families that have supported them during this educational journey. It is hard to believe how fast the last 4 years have gone, and I have very mixed emotions as we see this special group graduate. It seems like just yesterday that many of you were coming in to interview and to learn more about our school. It has been my pleasure to have a front row seat to watching each of you grow, mature, and prepare to take on the world. Graduates, congratulations to you. This day is all about you. We want to acknowledge your outstanding accomplishments. We want to reflect on the last several years and dream about how each of you are going to make this world a better place. Our hope is to share some laughs, maybe some tears, but most of all, just to demonstrate gratitude for the opportunity that we have had to all work together. There are several groups that we need to thank for their support of our graduates, including the District 20 Board of Education, District 20 Administration, and the staff of the Village. Students, I hope you know just how supported you are by family and friends who have helped you on your journey. Please take some time to acknowledge and thank your greatest supporters, your parents. During this busy season, please make sure you spend a few minutes thanking them for the way that they have supported and encouraged you on your journey. Now, as you all know, I meet with each incoming student and I talk about our school and explain the differences in our school model. I end each of these meetings the exact same way, and it's always by talking about our staff. While I think we have many amazing elements to our school, I believe the best part to me, without question, are the staff members that you get to interact with on a daily basis. At this time, I would like to introduce each of them. Ms. Krista Bogenreef, Registrar. Ms. Kimmy Kane, Counselor. Ms. Stacy Chavarria, Admin Assistant. Mr. Andy Colgate, Physical Education. Mrs. Stephanie Colgate, Math. Mr. Brandon Dale, Social Studies. Ms. Maria de la Garza, Spanish. Ms. Katie Fuhr, Special Education. Mr. Joel Hampton, Math. Ms. Lindsay Keller, Teacher on Special Assignment and Electives Coordinator. Ms. Sherry McAtee, Art. Ms. Susan Nolan, English. Mr. Nash Norris, Social Studies. Officer Jeff Potts, Security. Ms. Katie Redinger, Science. Ms. Sarah Reynolds, Receptionist, Bookkeeper. Mr. Phil Savage, English, Social Studies, and Spanish. Mr. Gary Savorn, College and Career Counselor. Ms. Carla Ray Smith, Science. And Ms. Linda Trumbauer, American Sign Language. What an amazing group of professionals. I hope you truly understand the gift that they are to you and the gift that they are to me. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Tom Gregory, Superintendent of Academy School District 20. Mr. Gregory joined the Academy District 20 staff in 1991 as a middle school math teacher at Challenger Middle School. Shortly after, he transferred to Rampart High School, where he served for 11 years as a math teacher, math department co-chair, football coach, softball coach, baseball coach, and finally, as the Rampart High School assistant principal and athletic director for 4 of those 11 years. In 2009, Mr. Gregory became our chief financial officer and served in that capacity until 2016, when he added the duties of deputy superintendent along with being the CFO. In 2019, Mr. Gregory was named the superintendent of Academy School District 20. Mr. Gregory earned his master's degree in educational leadership and his principal licensure from the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. He earned his bachelor's degree in mathematics and his secondary school teacher licensure from the University of Southern Colorado. Please welcome Mr. Gregory.
Thank you, Mr. Gorsch, and a virtual congratulations to the Village High School graduating class of 2020. Before I begin my comments, I would like to recognize the folks who commit time and energy to make education possible and successful in the D20 community. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Academy District 20 Board of Education. First, Board President, Ms. Karen Reynolds. Vice President, Mr. Doug Lundberg. Treasurer, Mr. Tom Lavalley. Director, Ms. Heather Cloninger. Director, Mr. Will Timby, and Village High School Liaison. And finally, Colonel Troy Harding, Air Force Academy Liaison to the Board of Education. Additionally, from Central Administration, our high school administrator, Dr. Jim Smith, Assistant Superintendent for Administrative Services. During the past weeks and months, many of you have reached out and shared your hopes for today. While this ceremony might not look how we imagined, I want to thank each of you for your flexibility, resilience, and positivity. I would also like to thank Josie Hawkins for giving her time to my Student Advisory Council. Josie, your honest feedback and insightful input will help improve our district and community for generations to come. Graduates, you have spent the last 13 years deepening your knowledge of subjects like math, science, social studies, reading, and writing. At the same time, you formed friendships, discovered passions, and dreamed of your future. Today, as you finish the first chapters of your life's biography, we celebrate this milestone. High school graduation is the true beginning of adulthood. It is the most significant academic accomplishment of your developing story. As you begin to write the adult chapters of your biography, I hope, above all, it includes the lifelong acquisition of knowledge, love of country, and kindness to others. Before we look forward, let's take a moment and reflect on what will likely be one of the most unusual chapters of your biography. 2020 has not been atypical and will not be a chapter easily glossed over. You have been asked to sacrifice much. Your last days and months of school together, you have been asked to sacrifice your final tea, assemblies, and other recognitions with your peers, and senior activities such as prom, senior breakfasts, and senior sunset. And now you are sacrificing a traditional graduation ceremony. While this has been difficult, and not the way you imagined your senior year to end, you are not the first class of young people asked to make sacrifice. In fact, you may find comfort that you are in good company. Many who came before you, and at your exact age, made more significant sacrifice. Several generations before you, graduates were drafted to serve and defend our liberties and freedoms in wartime. More specifically, the graduating class of the greatest generation were forced to make substantial sacrifices multiple times during the Great Depression, and then again a few years later during World War II. While your obligations are different, just like them, it's your turn to sacrifice, recover, and move forward. They paved the way, and I'm confident you will harness the same grit, determination, and ingenuity. It is during times of hardship and crisis when hope, innovation, and community are born. As you begin to fill your blank pages, I ask you don't get so consumed by your pursuits that you forget to be a good person. This may sound simple, but it presents significant challenges. Think back to kindergarten when you learned some important lessons. According to Robert Fulghum, author of the book, All I Really Needed to Know, I Learned in Kindergarten, you learned the most important rules of life, and they were not about reading, writing, or arithmetic. You learned what is most important about how to live, what to do, and how to be. In kindergarten, you learned to share, you learned to play fair, not to hit people, to put things back where you found them, to clean up your own mess, not take things that are not yours, say sorry when you hurt somebody, not lie or cheat, flush when your business is complete, take a nap every afternoon, and most relevant today, wash your hands often. What you learned in kindergarten is to be a good person and lead a good life. Similarly, when songwriter Lori McKenna's children would not listen to her, she determined to write down her guidance in the form of lyrics to a song. Maybe this would get her kids' attention, she thought. Her song was later recorded by country artist Tim McGraw, entitled Humble and Kind. Now her kids and the rest of the world learn from her simple but impactful and principled words. I'd like to share a few words that you may be familiar with from that song. She writes, "Hold the door, say please and say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind." This is my challenge for each of you. Be a good person. Remember to say please and say thank you. Stay humble and kind as you climb the mountains to your dreams. Today you are moving forward and beginning to script not just chapters, but volumes of your biography. As you do, thank those who helped you get here while you take time to celebrate your achievements. Congratulations, Village Class of 2020. I wish you a successful, hopeful, and fulfilling future. Be well and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gregory. At each graduation, members of the senior class are asked if any of them wish to speak. Several students wanted to share their thoughts with you. First, I'd like to introduce Paola Figueroa. Paola came to the village this year as a senior. In a short period of time, she has become a student leader and helped our student council put on several different events. She is a kind and caring soul that can light up a room with her smile. Please welcome Paola.
The time has come, the time is now, and we are ready. We are ready to continue being successful leaders of this and future generations. Though we have had our hardships in the long run, we look at those as experiences learned that have shaped our awesome future. We are full of life and eager to take those steps that perhaps scare, terrify, and excite us. Before coming here to the Village High School, I was scared of all the new faces I would meet. But once I saw Nathan with his principal attitude, I wasn't that scared. There are many warm, loving, super caring, inspirational, bright, and inspiring individuals all here today. All of them have inspired our future. This is what the teachers at the Village are for many of us. This phase in our long childhood education is finally over, but we have more school, and that's okay. Our teachers and administration staff have been grooming us for the next chapter. I hope that regardless of wherever you go or what you decide to do with your future, you find within yourself to believe and to have the inspiration and surrounded by good people, people that truly care and love you. These times have really revealed the importance of being with the ones that love you, that want to support you, and know what's best for you. I know it has been a hard end of the semester for all of us. I know we want to go home and hug our dear friends and family. I know we want to have our freedoms restored and perhaps the fear of the unknown to go away. We have finished and we have proven to ourselves that we are resilient. We are going to graduate class of 2020. I know we won't be able to have a traditional ceremony and celebration amongst our family and friends, but sadly, that is life. It throws curveballs at us, but we can get through it. We are the class of 2020. We are the class that will not be able to publicly thank our parents, our teachers, or celebrate in person with family members or our dear friends. We are the class that through the impossible are standing firm on our feet and stand together. May you know how proud of all of our families are that we are finally leaving the house. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Next, I would like to introduce Morgan Kreb. Morgan has been at the Village her entire high school career and was recently honored by the Gazette as one of the 20 best and brightest in Colorado Springs. Morgan is a world-class, nationally ranked shooter who will be attending the United States Air Force Academy next year. Please welcome Morgan.
Good morning, fellow graduates, families, and friends. My name is Morgan Kreb, just in case we haven't met at this huge school. First off, I would like to congratulate you for making it here today. Not only have we had to deal with senioritis, but also a global pandemic. COVID-19 has taken many things from all of us seniors, whether it was your final season in athletics, your prom, a regular graduation, time with friends, or anything else. We have all been hit pretty hard. But if you are like me, you are sick of hearing bad news and about this virus in general. So, instead, I would like to share the quote that I think resembles this graduating class most: improvise, adapt, and overcome. For many of us, we have had to live by this quote the last 4 years while experiencing the winding road that being only the second graduating class of one of the most innovative high schools and created so far brings. But I think we can all agree there's a lot more good than there's bad. I mean, what other school has an hour for lunch, field trips once a month, and 30-minute nap time? I'm sorry, I meant reading time. Seriously though, I think we can all agree there was a lot more good. I have no doubt that everyone who came to this school is better because of it. On the first day of school, we are always asked what our favorite part of the village is. Most everyone has a different answer. Mine was the fact that this school has allowed me to be a whole person. Instead of just being an athlete, I was able to wear many caps. The village afforded me the ability to find my leadership style and implement many programs I hope last long after we are gone. Moving forward, our school offers the ability to pursue your dreams if you're simply brave enough to do so. For many of you, this pursuit started when you filled out your application. I'm sure it was a hard decision for you and even harder for your parents. It was a leap of faith into the unknown. Ultimately, the spirit that led you here exemplified our motto of improvising, adapting, and overcoming. Because of this fact, I have no doubt that my fellow classmates and I are ready to venture out into the real world. Unfortunately, though, for many of us, the second half of our senior year will not be the greatest tragedy we will endure. I'm not saying that life is not hard. Of course it is, but we get to choose how we are going to react to that. You get the choice to choose if you're going to be hurt and disappointed most of the time, or if you're going to be happy and live a life of endless opportunity. That's the choice we have to make from now on, to choose positivity and enlightenment, or to choose negativity. So, I will leave you with the best advice I can give, and it comes from my favorite book, With Winning in Mind. I've read this book every season in preparation for shooting, but I think it has more to do with real life than any sport. The author Lanny Basham states, "It is unimportant what happens to you. What is important is what you do about what happens to you." So, fellow classmates, grasp at the opportunities you are given and create ones out of the tragedy you endure. Always remember, improvise, adapt, and overcome. Congratulations, class of 2020.
And finally, I would like to introduce Josie Hawkins. Josie joined us as a sophomore in order to balance her time with an intensive dance schedule. Josie is an amazing young lady who will be heading off to a ballet company in Mississippi after graduation. Please welcome Josie.
Dear class of 2020, ever since we were little, we have looked forward to this defining moment. To walk across the stage, to shake our leaders' hands, and to get the diploma that we've been working towards for many years. Little did we know that that defining moment of pure joy and acknowledgement would be flipped into a time of pity and I'm sorries. This year is probably the hardest year to graduate because when we look back, we won't see a celebration, we would only see this situation. But let me tell you, this is not something that we could just slide by. This is an accomplishment that we need to celebrate because you did it, we made it. And this is an accomplishment that no one or anything could take away from us. I came to the village my sophomore year after my freshman year at Liberty High School. I've grown up all my life at, quote, normal public high school, so I took one look at the village and was like, what the heck is this place? So you don't have to be in school 8 hours a day? Is that even legal? Anyways, it became obvious that this was the school to be. Well, we only fit into 3 tiny portables, so I guess not everyone got the memo yet. But I was amazed at how friendly the people were here. And it is a true family, and not a lot of schools can say that and it be true. Of course, this is only possible for our outstanding teachers and administrators who we've been blessed with. From the man who made it all possible, to the kindness of Miss Kimmy and Miss Lindsay, to the laughter of Science Mom, and to the freshman boy favorite Joel and everyone in between. There's no amount of thank yous that we could say to measure up to what you have done for us. So as we grow up, so did the school. Nathan just couldn't keep himself. I'm kidding, kinda. But junior year was a defining moment for all of us. Not only did we go to the state capitol, but we also took those big scary tests. Or that one time where in current legals issues class, where we got a donut if we said the Pledge of Allegiance. That actually happened. And we voted on that. Anyways, even if the end wasn't what we thought it would be, our high school experience should be something to be proud of. When we grow older, people are gonna ask us what class we were in high school. As we say class of 2020, we may get a lot of pity instead of the uniqueness that we all thought this year was gonna be. But let me tell you this, I've never related to anyone in my life than 2020 seniors. Not even seniors in our school, but statewide, nationwide, worldwide. Guys, when we grow older and we meet another person who graduated from 2020, we could have an instant relationship because we graduated and we felt the same things, even if we don't even speak their language. So for Jeremiah 29:11, says, "For I know have the plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." So class of 2020, let's look to the future with an open heart and vibrant hope, and not forget all the blessings that we've had in our lives. Because even if we're 6 feet apart, we have never been closer. God bless.
And now I would like to introduce our staff speaker, Mr. Nash Norris. Each year, our students vote on a staff member that they would like to speak. Mr. Norris is finishing his 3rd year as a teacher at the Village. Nash teaches social studies, civics, legal issues, drones, beekeeping, and a bunch of other really cool classes. Please welcome Mr. Norris.
Hello. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Nash Norris. I am a teacher at the Village. I would like to start by congratulating the class of 2020. You have worked very hard to get to this point, and it has not and will not go unnoticed. I would also like to thank you for giving me this great opportunity to speak to your accomplishments today. I am truly honored. I must say, the idea of trying to offer encouraging words of hope, wisdom, advice, and inspiration in the midst of a global pandemic, the likes of which we have not seen in over 100 years, was daunting at first, to say the least. So, either thank you, students, for the vote of confidence you have in me, or the one last chance you have to challenge me before you all leave. Either way, in the end, if my address is terrible, I can't hear your boos anyway. This is not what we expected, and this is not what we wanted. I feel that I can confidently speak for all who represent the Village when I say that what we truly wanted was to say your name aloud, see you walk across the stage, shake your hand, and hand you a piece of paper that represents the dedication and hard work you've put in over the course of 12 years of your life. This is not what any of us imagined for this most special occasion. Nevertheless, we must find the good and the positive in all things. While we have been forced into a more solitary, secluded existence as of late, there are many things to be thankful for, and here are a couple. Graduates, never in a million years did you probably think that you'd be sitting on your couch watching your graduation on TV. While the thought of that is certainly less than ideal, there is a positive takeaway. I ask that you please look to the people at your left and at your right. These are likely people that you have spent a great deal of time with recently. Be thankful for that time and that opportunity, because in a few short months, when you are living out the next chapter of your life, you will miss them. and they will miss you more than you know. Additionally, recently we have been forced to look at our lives differently. We have prioritized our lives in ways that we seldom, if ever, do. And what has come out of this prioritization? Kindness, compassion, caring, sacrifice, understanding, willingness, appreciation, and so much more. All of these things are traits and actions that you can carry with you for the rest of your lives, that will not only enrich the lives of those people you encounter along the way, but your own life as well. Now, if you are anything like me, I'm sure that you have learned a great deal during this time. I have learned that I'm grateful for the time that I've been given with those that I love. I have learned and believe that we will make it through this and come out the other side okay. I have learned that when we go back to normal, I will be both sad and happy that I'll be spending more time away from people that I care about, but more time with others that I also care about. I have also learned that while it is important to have pandemic rations in the pantry, things like Vienna sausages and canned sardines should be reserved as foods of last resort. Graduates, great things are waiting for each and every one of you. While there is so much uncertainty in the world right now, I am certain of a number of things. I'm certain that you are the future. You are the generation that one day will lead us, and I have great faith in your abilities. I find comfort in knowing that one day, in the not-so-distant future, you will be our political leaders, our scientists, our physicians, our problem solvers, our business owners, and even one day, our caregivers. We are in good hands, of that I am sure. As your high school career comes to an end, you are no doubt picturing and imagining what the future holds for you. In fact, you may not know at all what you even want. Let me be the first to tell you that that is entirely okay. Nearly 20 years ago, my 18-year-old self was preparing for a very different career, one in which I spent my time with machines rather than people. Little did I know at the time that nearly 2 decades later, I would be speaking at the graduation ceremony of students that I had taught. Being an introvert, I find it highly ironic that I chose and love a career in education. Point being, pursue and become what you love, no matter what point in life you're in when you realize that. And remember that sometimes a leap of faith or getting out of your comfort zone is necessary to truly realize great things in life. We as humans often look for advice, wisdom, and guidance in all kinds of places. And oftentimes we find just what we need in the most unlikely of places. As a child, I remember hearing my parents read poems from Shel Silverstein's Where the Sidewalk Ends. Maybe, graduates, your parents read these poems to you as well. When younger, I was greatly amused by the funny words and entertaining illustrations. As an adult and a father, I now look to his poems for truth and often even understanding. I'd like to read a few poems from Shel Silverstein that I find especially relevant and meaningful. I believe that there are lessons to be learned when reading his work, and I hope you find something valuable in them as well. The first poem is entitled, The Voice. There is a voice inside of you that whispers all day long. I feel that this is right for me. I know that this is wrong. No teacher, preacher, parent, friend, or wise man can decide what's right for you. Just listen to the voice that speaks inside. As you prepare to move on with life after high school, I'm sure you'll be looking forward to the independence you will soon have, and you should be. This is an exciting time in your life and a very natural step forward for you. It's time that you make your own decisions, but know that you will face ups and downs, difficult situations, the choice of right and wrong, and it will be ultimately up to you to decide which path you choose. Choose wisely. The next poem I'd like to share is entitled, Listen to the Mustn'ts. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never haves, then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. You have worked so very hard to get to where you are today, and I know that you didn't get the proper send-off that you deserve. Do not let that or anything else diminish your drive for success going forward. As you go on after high school, do not settle for less than you want and desire. The harder you try in the most difficult of situations, the sweeter the reward. Don't let words or negativity get in your way, but rather know that something is possible. When faced with challenges and tribulations, I often think of a book written by an American minister and author named Norman Vincent Peale entitled The Power of Positive Thinking. Essentially, the gist of this book is that if one chooses to think positively in life, oftentimes things work out, and sometimes they work out even better than you think they can. So, stay positive. Look at the bright side. Know that you will do well on that exam. Know that you will be prepared for that job interview. And above all else, have fun and choose happiness. Because, yes, it is a choice. The last poem I'd like to share with you is entitled Smart, and it goes like this. My dad gave me $1 bill because I'm his smartest son, and I swapped it for 2 shiny quarters because 2 is more than 1. And then I took the quarters and traded them to Lou for 3 dimes. I guess he didn't know that 3 is more than 2. Just then along came old blind Bates, and just because he can't see, he gave me 4 nickels for my 3 dimes, and 4 is more than 3. And I took the nickels to Hiram Coombs down at the seed feed store, and the fool gave me 5 pennies for them, and 5 is more than 4. And I went and showed my dad, and he got red in the cheeks, and closed his eyes and shook his head, too proud of me to speak. I love this poem because it speaks truth. And that truth is, at least how I see it, that not everything you do in life or decide in life has to make sense to anyone else but you. Don't spend your days living someone else's life or someone else's dream. Live yours just the way you want to. Look deep into yourself and think often of what you truly want in and out of life. Then work hard until you get it and never let it go. So, graduates, at the beginning of this address, I told you that I was going to try to offer you advice, wisdom, and inspiration, meaningful things that you can take with you for the rest of your life. Well, here's that advice. Number 1, morality is what makes us human and what binds us together. Do what is right. Number 2, positivity breeds more positivity. Simple, encouraging words can transform or even save a life. And number 3, speak and live truth. Truth to yourself and also truth to others. You deserve it, and so do they. Class of 2020, on behalf of the entire village staff and family, congratulations. Well done. Thank you.
Our graduation would not be complete without a speech from our principal, Mr. Nathan Gorsch.
Thanks, Lex. Every year as I think about graduation, I come back to what I believe are the 2 most powerful words in the English language. What if? Think about it. Those words may be the most powerful words we know. These 2 words strung together can be paralyzing or exhilarating depending on your perspective. These words can be challenging or they can open possibilities. Think about the times in your life when you've asked yourself the question. These words can be hurtful. They can be scary. What if I fail? What if they find out? What if it doesn't work? What if they don't like me? What if things don't turn out the way I hope? What if we have a global pandemic and can't have an in-person graduation ceremony? Or these words can inspire. What if we try it? What if it works? What if there's a better way? What if we really can change the world? What if we can have a video graduation ceremony? Throughout the rest of your life, you're going to ask yourself this question hundreds, if not thousands of times. In fact, some of the best and worst decisions that you will make will revolve around this question. My hope for you is that you never stop asking the question so you can see the possibilities, but also that you don't ever let this question limit what you can do. You're an amazing group of young people, and it's been my privilege to be your principal and to be your friend. Some of you I've only known for a short time, while others I've known for 4 years or longer. but each of you have impacted my life, and you leave a legacy at our school. Really a school that started from the question, what if? What if we could create a new school that put students at the center of each and every decision we make? But we're not done asking that what if, and neither should you. You see, this journey, it's about so much more than just academics, and you've all become so much more than just skilled students. You become critical thinkers, risk takers, and curious observers. You've grown into a family that cares deeply for one another. And as you've all learned and grown, so too have all of us who have been on this journey with you. Each of you in your own way has contributed to the creation of this wonderful community that we call the Village. But friends, this is not the end. In fact, it's really just the beginning. Every day, I hope you ask yourself the question, what if, and let it guide you and propel you to do amazing things. And now, Mr. Timby, it is with the greatest of pride that we present to you the members of the class of 2020. I hereby certify that these young men and women have met the requirements for graduation from Village High School and Academy School District 20 and are recommended for their diplomas.
On behalf of the Board of Education of Academy District 20, I accept with pride and pleasure the 2020 graduating class of Village High School. Mr. Gorsch, thank you and your staff for an outstanding job.
Each graduating senior had the opportunity to choose one of our staff members to present them. This is a high honor for our staff and such a thrill for them to be able to share in this moment with our graduates. I now present to you the Village High School class of 2020.
Jonathan Aragundi, I would like to thank all the teachers and staff who have been by my side throughout my entire high school career. Every time I needed help, they were always so helpful and friendly to work with. I also would like to thank my mom and my dad who have always been on my side no matter what. If it wasn't for my awesome parents, I'm not sure I would have made it this far. And if it wasn't for their constant and endless support, I would be lost. It's been a ride, but today's the day I get to say I've graduated from high school. In the fall, I plan on attending Pikes Peak Community College, studying business management. After college, I intend to start my own real estate business. Thank you so much. Luke Benavides. What we have done for ourselves alone dies with us. What we have done for others and the world remains and is immortal. Albert Pike. Mr. Norris, you have been my mentor since I was a freshman. Thank you for guiding me to the finish line and for always believing in me. Thank you, Mom, for everything and for always being around when I needed someone to talk to. Thank you, Dad, for giving me my first job and for your never-ending support. Thanks, Grandma and Grandpa. You are the best. Future plans? To become a commercial airline pilot.
Benjamin Bershinsky. My first 2 days of high school were hell on earth. I went to a pretty normal public high school, and the students and staff were all pretty average, but I was a bear cub amongst a flock of sheep. At the end of sophomore year, I hit my breaking point, and I knew it was time for a change. And boy, did things change. The first half of my junior year was spent in the desert of Utah with a bunch of guys my age who also needed a change and hadn't showered in a couple of months. When I got back from that amazing adventure, it was time for another. Village steps on the scene. My mom spent hours trying to find the best possible place for me to finish out my high school career, and I can honestly say she found the hidden treasure. My first day at the Village was pure euphoria. I came in and saw my favorite teacher from middle school, and both our faces lit up, like the house in Christmas Vacation. I instantly knew that she was a perfect fit for a mentor. Without her, I couldn't have been able to find the motivation to finish high school and push myself to have a brighter future. She was an amazing mentor and life coach, but she was also the best friend anyone could ask for. I could go on for hours about how amazing she is, but I think that everyone has gotten the honor to meet her knows that, so I'll just say this. Thank you, Carla Ray Smith. My mom is my steady rock, protector, provider, and badass sidekick through the thick and thin. She is my everything. When it felt like the world was falling down and I didn't know how I was going to make it through another day, in steps Superwoman, better known to me as Mama. I love you so much. and we both know I couldn't have done it without you. I'm so lucky to have had the privilege of coming to the village and having every single staff and student in my life. Thank you for being the change for the better in the world and in my life.
Bailey Bishop. I want to thank every teacher who has helped me on the way to becoming an adult. Thank you, Miss Lindsay, for helping me forge a path for my future. Thank you, Miss Nolan and Miss Redinger, for always supporting my ideas and always having my back. Thank you to Miss McAtee and Miss Kimmy for always brightening my day with your smiles. Finally, a special thanks to Mr. Savage for helping me achieve my goal of writing not just one novel, but 3. You helped me realize how much I love to write, and I will forever be thankful. It has been a blessing to attend this school, and it has made me enjoy my high school experience to the fullest and prepare me for my life ahead. My plan is to go to PPCC and then transfer to UCCS and receive a degree in nursing. I hope to become a labor and delivery nurse.
Alexander Bliss. I would like to thank my family for being the most supportive role models in my life, especially when I didn't want it. The foundation that you have laid for me will help me conquer life, and I thank you. To my teachers, thank you for not just teaching me subjects, but really for teaching me life and everything around it. My friends, I really wouldn't be here without you. Every up and down has made us so strong, and I thank you for being in my life. You are all amazing. I plan on attending Adams State this fall to earn my MBA in business.
Riley Ewers. I would like to first thank Miss Colgate, who is my mentor. She always helped me when I was getting off track and made me feel like I was not in trouble for procrastinating. She simply encouraged me to do better. I would also like to thank my mom, who is always there to support me. She has my best interests in mind, no matter how difficult the challenge might be. I would like to thank my dad for not so subtly reminding me that I should be doing my homework and not watching movies with my sister. I would like to thank my little brother for always being able to distract me when I'm feeling a little bit too stressed out. I would like to thank my grandparents for always having a meal, hug, and a warm smile at the ready for me whenever I visit them. I would like to thank my aunt, who is always ready to lend an ear and is willing to let me rant to her and just de-stress. I would like to thank Mr. Savage for checking up on me and also agreeing with me about the phone argument debate. That was a lot of fun. I would like to thank the teachers of the village for everything you do for your students. Please know that you are making a huge difference in our lives. And last but not least, I would like to thank my best friend in the whole world, my sister, for never letting me get bored and giving my life excitement. I don't know what I would do without you. My future plans, I plan on becoming a sleep technician or becoming a sign language interpreter, or both. We'll see how life turns out.
Noah Eyman. I want to thank God for helping me get here, along with my family, my mom and dad, and to help me to learn from my mistakes, my friends. And my sisters, Autumn, Leah, and Riley, although you were mainly distractions. Thank you to all my teachers for support and help, but also to remind me to take breaks. Thank you for being there through all the tough times, and especially now. Thank you. Future plans, I am planning to attend the University of Wyoming, majoring in wildlife management.
Paola Figueroa. I would love to say thank you to my entire family for showing me nothing but support and love through the entire process, especially my mom, who has been through everything with me. I would also like to thank my teachers for never giving up on me, even when I have thousands of questions that need to be answered. My future plans are to have a BA and a master's in science so that I can become a physician assistant to a dermatologist, then extend my career to becoming an anesthesiologist.
All right, Travis Goeman-Evans. I wanted to thank Mr. Dale. He has really helped me during my senior year. He's helped me with finding the right classes and is just a cool teacher to be around. Thank you to my parents for being there during high school. Future plans are undecided right now, but I will be working.
Jacob Granados. First, I want to thank God. He's given me absolutely everything I could ever want and need and blessed me with countless opportunities. Secondly, my parents are entirely to credit for all my achievements. There's no one more qualified, more passionate, more loving and supporting than my mom and dad. They've sacrificed so much to give me the best challenges and the best chance to grow and learn throughout my life. Lastly, I'd like to thank the faculty. In some way, somehow, each of you has supported me and truly had my best interests at heart. It's through the sacrifice, support, and blessings of the previously mentioned that I will continue my education, soccer, and life at the United States Naval Academy. It is my goal to graduate from the Academy as an officer and to serve my country for 20+ years. It is also an ambition of mine to become a representative at some level of the local or national government. It's truly extraordinary the opportunities and people I've been blessed with. Thank you once again. God bless America. Go Navy, beat Army.
Ethan Gresham. I would like to thank my family and friends for going above and beyond and helping me through these last 4 years. Whether it be Edivate or Accelerate, the Village was a unique experience to say the least. Thank you to the staff who connect with students and grow friendships. I don't know exactly what the future holds after college, but I'm certain that with the lessons I have learned, I am ready for it.
Amya Guidry. After spending 13 years of my life working up to this huge accomplishment, it's hard to find the right words to thank the people who helped me get here. I want to start by thanking my parents, because without them and their support, I wouldn't be here. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for being the helping, guiding hand I always needed. From walking with me to my new class on the first day of school every year, to helping me with homework I always struggled with. You pushed me and cheered me on to be the best possible version of myself, and to never give up. School has never been easy for me. I've struggled, stumbled, and made mistakes, but through it all, you both never gave up on me. I cannot thank you enough for being the loving, supportive, and truly amazing parents that you are. Brianna, Talia, and Kayla, you are my sisters, but you have always been the best friends I needed through school, and always. Thank you for being a constant listening ear and a shoulder to cry on. And lastly, to all the teachers throughout my life who mentored, encouraged, and motivated me, thank you. As for future plans, I plan to pursue a career in hairstyling as a wedding and events hairstylist and become a full-time volunteer of a Bible education work.
Josie Hawkins. Thank you to my family for always being by my side and for inspiring me to do my best. To my friends, thank you for your endless laughs and the days that you have brightened. And to my teachers who were understanding when times were difficult and who have turned into lifelong friends, thank you. I wouldn't be here without your love and support for me. I am truly blessed. Josie plans to join Ballet Magnificent's events company starting in August 2020.
Benjamin Henniger. I'd first like to thank my family for being supportive beyond belief in every circumstance. I want to thank Mr. Dale and Mr. Norris for being great teachers and great people. Joel for always being there for me. And lastly, I'd like to give a big thank you to Miss Sherry and Miss Lindsay for pushing me to do my best, always being in my corner, and being good friends throughout my whole time being at the Village. My future plans are I'm currently getting trained in digital marketing and will be pursuing a career in that.
Seth Hodson. I'd like to thank my mom for putting up with my crap and being by my side every step of the way through high school. I'd like to thank my dad for pushing me to be the best version of myself. I'd like to thank my siblings, Amber and Justin, for being my partners in crime. I'd also like to take the moment to thank everyone for being here for me today. Benjamin Hurst. I want to thank my mentor through my junior and senior year, Ms. Kane. She helped me keep on top of things and helped me get my classes done on time. I would have struggled more without her. I also want to thank my mom for constantly supporting me. My future plans are to go through nursing school to become a registered nurse.
Maya Jabbour. I would like to thank my mom, Regina, and dad, Farid, for helping me follow my heart no matter what. I would also like to thank my grandparents, Diana and John, for being so supportive and loving every day. I would also like to thank my Grandpa Bill, Uncle Nadir, Aunt Kasaya, Teta Barbara, and Giadu Nabel, and everybody else who inspired me to follow my dreams. I will be following my passion for the water and getting my aquatic certifications to become a water enthusiast in Hawaii.
Ava Kilby. First, I want to thank all my teachers and the school for being the perfect fit for me and my dyslexia. I especially want to thank Miss Nolan for being flexible and patient, and Miss Redinger as well for being the best mentor, who was always positive, loving, and not only one of the best teachers I have ever had, but the best human. I also want to thank my parents, particularly my mom, who was always there to help me and encourage me when I was sometimes incorrigible. Lastly, I would like to thank the people who believed in me and supported me through these last 14 years of my high school career.
Katelyn Kirkby. Thank you to all my teachers from preschool through senior year who believed in me and helped me become the student I am today. Thank you, friends, who helped me stay strong and proud no matter what troubles were thrown my way. And thank you, Mom and Dad, who helped me throughout my life, being there for my happy days, sad days, and my firsts. You are the most important people in my life and helped me grow into the beautiful woman you see today. Thank you. My future plans are to go into botany and help discover new plants or new uses for plants, to be able to work in both a lab as well as the outdoors, to be known for something that changes the world.
Morgan Kreb. I would like to thank all of the teachers and staff who have helped me to get to the point I am academically, especially the ones here at the Village for helping me be successful in this part of my life. I would also like to thank my coaches throughout the years for helping me become the athlete that I am and building my character. I also want to thank my friends and family for helping to shape the person I am. Most importantly, I want to thank my parents for always giving me every opportunity, no matter what they had to sacrifice. I want to thank them for believing and supporting me through my journey to achieve my goals, no matter what. My future plans include attending the Air Force Academy to major in engineering. I hope to become a pilot and have high hopes to compete in the 2024 Olympics.
Ani Minks. I'm glad to be done. Thanks to all the people who helped me get here, including my dad, who made me work when I needed to, my mom, Lisi, who would help me proofread essays, my boyfriend, Trent, who motivated me to continue going, Miss Kimmy, who helped me take 2 college classes, as well as all my siblings, who at times provided a much-needed break. In the future, I hope to move to Hawaii with my family and attend college there. However, I've recently been taught that life is unpredictable, so who really knows?
Stefan Mital. I would like to thank my mother and father, first and foremost. Mama, you were always there for me when I needed it and always tried to understand me, even when it was hard, and I truly value this. Papa, we've had our ups and downs, but I understand that what you did was always because you thought it was in my best interest, and I appreciate that. Next, I would like to thank every teacher I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Your contributions to society are numerous and far-reaching, and you are not thanked enough for what you do. I especially would like to thank Mr. Savage, my mentor, for always trying to help, but always being respectful of my boundaries. I know I am not the easiest person to talk to, but over the past 4 years, I also know you have tried your hardest to connect. I truly appreciate everyone else I've ever interacted with as well, and hope you all lead long and fulfilling lives. Next fall, I shall be attending UCCS. There, I will most likely earn some degree in engineering or computer science. Which one is undecided, but I suppose I'll figure that out once I get there. As for what comes after university, I have no plans. My only real passions are reading, writing, video games, and technology, so it will likely have something to do with them, but once again, I don't know. I suppose I'll have to give that more thought in college, though the more likely scenario is that I'll just kind of wing it, like I always do.
Stephanie Mullenix. Thank you to my family who have supported and believed in me throughout my whole life. Thank you to my friends, new and old, who I can go to for anything, no matter what. Thank you so much to all the staff at the Village for making high school a truly special experience that I don't plan on forgetting anytime soon. All of you were a constant support system that I know believed in me. I am going to UCCS this fall and will major in elementary education.
Emma Joan Phillips. I would like to thank my music mentors, especially those at Colorado Springs Conservatory, who have guided me through the years as I worked toward my goal of pursuing a career in music, and my parents for their endless support. I've cherished my time at the Village, as working independently has allowed me to find my artist's voice, continue my songwriting skills, and beginning to release my own self-produced music. While my time at the Village was short, I'm grateful for the opportunities that it has given me. I'm excited to study music production at Leeds College of Music in the UK as I work on my goal of becoming a studio producer. Best of luck to all my classmates at the Village.
Carter Rapalje. I would like to thank you, my family, for helping me get this far. I would especially like to thank my parents for their continued support, tutoring, and patience. They were there for every school event, and I want them to know how much I appreciate it. I also want to thank all of my classroom teachers, resource teachers, mentor, and principal for giving me the help and the tools I needed to succeed. I plan to go to college to study exercise science and play hockey. Kathryn Reay. Thanks to my mother for raising me and giving me sarcasm, and to my father for being a pillar. I'd like to thank Miss Redinger for being there when I needed her, as well as keeping me in line. The first time I met Miss Redinger, she sarcastically told a student to go play in traffic. At that point, I knew I would fit in just fine. I'd like to thank Miss Kimmy as well for being my biggest advocate and teaching me to advocate for myself. Thanks to the teachers and principal for making the school what it is today. My plans are to continue with college courses and work my way up to a nurse practitioner.
Andrew Rice. Thank you to everyone at the Village, my family and my friends. Throughout the 4 years being at the Village, all of you became family to me. All of the teachers were not only there for my academic life, but also my personal life. You guys were the greatest resource I could have asked for during high school. Thank you for everything you guys did for me. I don't know if I would have made it through high school without you all. I am attending CU Boulder for computer science in the fall. I am currently planning to graduate and work in the cybersecurity field. Sawyer Robinson. Thank you to my family for helping me get school done, forcing me to push myself and pursue my dreams. Thank you to all of the amazing teachers and staff who have not only taught my classes, but have become my mentors and people I look up to. Thank you to my friends for always being there and all the crazy experiences we've had together. I'm attending Montana State University starting August 2020. I plan to take pre-med and computer science courses over the next 4 years with the ultimate goal of becoming a hermit in the mountains.
Alexandra Shampoo. Although I did not spend much time physically at school, I am very grateful for the few semesters I have spent here. I want to thank all the teachers and staff, especially Mrs. Redinger and Mr. Gorsch. Without them, I could not have reached this goal along with many other milestones. Lastly, I am thankful to my family for their never-ending love and support. My future plans take me all over the world, gaining an education through experience. I hope to meet as many different people and horses as possible.
Mark Stein. First off, thank you to everyone who supported me throughout my high school career. Because of the people who I choose to spend my time with, my time in high school was amazing. Next, I'd like to thank my parents for always believing in me. I think it's a parental standard to believe in your children, but no matter what situation, not only did they support me, but they pushed me to always strive to be better. Most importantly, I'd like to thank the teachers that got up in the morning every day just to come to school to teach moody teenagers. And what's crazy is that every teacher loves to do it. Teachers are what make school possible. They're always there to help in any way they can, and usually in high school, you have that one teacher that has connected with you in a different way than any other teacher. To me, that teacher is Mr. Norris. He has not only taught me social studies, but more importantly, he taught me how to be a good person. Yes, some of the things he has taught me won't get me a good grade on a test, but rather will stick with me for the rest of my life, and for that, no thank you can suffice. For my future plans, I'd like to attend Valencia College in Orlando to become a registered nurse.
Emily Trainum. First, I would like to thank my mom and my dad for always being there for me and being so supportive of me in every way. I want to thank my mentor, Mrs. Redinger, for putting up with me through all of high school and being so patient with me. She helped me whenever I needed her the most, and then some. I would also like to thank Ms. Kimmy and Mr. Savorin for going out of their way to help me while applying for colleges and helping me with all the stress that came along with that. Honestly, I need to thank all the teachers and staff because they have all helped me in many different ways. Mr. Savage for helping me with Spanish constantly, Mr. Colgate for helping me in PE all the time, and even Tech Andy for fixing my computer on multiple occasions. I especially want to thank Mr. Gorsch for being an amazing school principal and being so understanding and supportive towards all the students, including me. William Vandemark. I would like to thank my mom and dad for always being loving and supporting parents. I am truly thankful for all they did for me throughout my high school journey and really all my life. I would like to thank my friends, childhood friends, and new friends for making this chapter all the more meaningful. I would like to thank my sister Rowan for not just being an amazing sibling, but also an amazing friend. I would also like to thank Miss McAtee and Mrs. De La Garza for always being kind and compassionate teachers. And finally, I would like to thank Mrs. Redinger for always being a dedicated mentor and always pushing me to be a better student.
Dante Velarde. I'd like to thank all of my teachers throughout these years. They've been especially helpful with learning to take online classes and time management. Mr. Savage was especially helpful, and I'm very grateful to have had him as my teacher mentor for the first 2 years of high school before I transitioned to Career Start welding classes. Ms. Kimmy has been very helpful with navigating that college environment and class, so I also thank her very much. My future plans are to continue putting skill points into guitar and welding. I plan on receiving my associate's degree in welding, and I've already started paying for and taking extra college courses with PPCC for that. I also might start selling music online whenever I have the time and care to do so.
Kaylee Wakeham. I want to start out by thanking my parents, who have guided me every step of the way. I couldn't have gotten to where I am without you both. You are the parents I hope to be one day. I also want to thank my friends and family for being the people you are and how much of an inspiration you are to me. I'm so thankful for all of you. As of right now, I'm leaving my future plans to an open option.
Mariah Wallace. First, a big thank you to all the amazing staff who worked so hard to make this graduation as special as it can be given the circumstances. Moving schools halfway through high school wasn't fun, but Mr. Gorsch and all of the teachers made it so much easier and made me feel right at home with this school. The staff is so wonderful, and I want to thank all of you for all of your help, love, and support. I want to thank my mom, who's my best friend, and she helped me tremendously through this crazy journey. I couldn't have done it without her. I want to thank all of my family and friends who have been there for me these past 4 years. I wouldn't want to finish out high school with any other school or staff. Thank you so much for everything you do and for making high school bearable for all of us. My future plans are to attend the University of Northern Colorado to get my BSN in nursing in hopes of becoming a neonatal nurse.
David Wilson. Thank you to all of my friends for some of the best memories: Frisbee losses, construction park adventures, Fox Run drifting, and song parodies. Thank you to my parents for parenting well and my teachers for teaching well. Thank you to Ms. Lindsay for looking out for me and being a special mentor in my life for the last 4 years. My plans for the future are to enjoy a brief break from school and travel, adventure, and acquire currency.
Steffi Zielinski. Firstly, I'd like to thank Nathan and all the other people who helped make the village happen. It really was the perfect educational environment for me and so many others. I truly believe that I would not be as confident in my academic future as I am now without the resources, knowledge, and support that the village and its teachers and staff has provided me. I also, of course, need to thank Ms. Kimmy for helping me navigate the Career Start program, which I am so glad I got to participate in. I'd also like to thank my parents, because it seems like I should probably thank my parents in a speech like this. I plan on going to the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, after finishing up my associate's degree at Pikes Peak Community College, where I hope to pursue a degree in advertising.
Class of 2020, please join me as we move our tassels from the right side and place it on the left.
Seniors, you will be able to pick up your diplomas from Miss Stacy in the office sometime during the week of May 26th to 29th, but we'll send out further instructions about this process soon. Thanks again to the Board of Education, to Mr. Timby, and to Mr. Gregory. Now, normally at this point, our staff, we would line up to greet you. While we're incredibly sad that we can't do that this year, we would love to see each of you and be able to give you a hug at the first available time. Once again, thank you for being here today, and one final congratulations to the class of 2020. We are so proud of you, and we're so proud of your accomplishments.